Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. We have some NFL news and updates, of course, as you guys see from the title. Terry McLaurin did ask for a trade yesterday. That was one of the topics yesterday. Terry McLaurin asked for a trade. We'll see if the Commanders get a deal done with him. Like I mentioned before last time, him and DK Metcalf came out the same draft class, and these numbers are very on par with each other. Terry McLaurin, I think, has 30 more catches than DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf has 10, 11 more touchdowns than him, I believe so. I gotta pull the numbers back up, but I think the numbers are basically kind of like the same numbers a little bit in a sense. So I feel like he's gonna be asking for 33 million a year, like that, around that same range that DK Metcalf got. I don't know if the Commanders are willing to pay. They should be able to pay. You have a rookie quarterback who's playing at a high level. You want to make sure he has all the pieces he can on the team, so you can be able to go out there and compete with the best. You traded and got Deebo Samuel. Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel would be a cool thing. I know Deebo Samuel's he was a little washed up a little bit last year, but I think because the injuries and stuff that been happening to him in the past few seasons, but I think him being healthy and being a number 2 option with Terry McLaurin, I think it'll help out a lot more too as well. So we'll see how things go, but if they don't get to find a way to get the deal done and make it happen, you possibly see Terry McLaurin on a different team. I've seen a lot of different suggestions. People have the Steelers as a team that can possibly trade for Terry McLaurin. The Steelers aren't paying a quarterback, and Rodgers on a 1-year deal, so they possibly could get him and extend him to like a 2-3 year extension when they pay him $33 million a year, basically the same as DK Metcalf. They're not paying no big time quarterback, and they do draft a quarterback next season, or they do a quarterback, and Will Howard is the guy next year. You never know exactly what the plans are. Or the Chargers, another team as well, could definitely use a receiver like that. You got Lamb McConkey there, of course. Mike Williams retired, of course. Keenan Allen, I believe he still hasn't signed anywhere fully yet. You could get Terry McLaurin there. That'd be very cool too. So we'll see kind of where things kind of lie for him like that. It could be there. It could be the Packers as well. I've seen that as a suggestion. It could be a lot of different teams like that. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what goes on. If Terry McLaurin, we'll see where he lands, where he's going and stuff. Let's see, just stay with Commanders. I think the Patriots as a team as well. They got Stephon Diggs there. Stephon Diggs and Terry McLaurin are very similar in place. I think Terry McLaurin is a little better, a little more physical, of course, than Stephon Diggs, but they're kind of similar, quick, shifty type receivers and stuff as well. That'd be a cool little duo for Drake May to have on that. And then you have, of course, Mike Vrabel as the head coach as well. You got the defense built up a little bit more too. Mostly Williams, you got Christian Gonzalez, so you can have a nice little team over there. So we'll see how things go. We also seen, of course, a cryptic tweet by a post by Michael Parsons, of course, and he was kind of alluding that Michael Parsons is probably done with the Cowboys. He said both parties, both sides, they said the relationship has just been bad like that. It might be unrepairable, but if they get a deal done, then maybe it's repairable a little bit. But a lot of things that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones was saying, Stephen Jones, whatever his name is, the son of Jerry Jones was saying, of course, in the interviews and stuff about Michael Parsons and stuff, basically taking shots at when you start players, it kind of messed things up. So we'll see if Michael Parsons asks for a trade, and it'd be a lot of teams. I feel like every team, almost every team would probably be looking to get Michael Parsons in. And my Steelers, I wouldn't mind that either. TJ Watt, Michael Parsons, but you can't afford that, of course. But that'd be like something that's a dream scenario or something. But Michael Parsons, he'd probably find his way somewhere. He'd probably be with the Detroit Lions. Could possibly inquire about that, maybe. They need another edge rusher out there. Him and Aiden Hutchinson would be a very cool little duo. I think Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be a cool spot for him as well. I believe the Packers would be a cool spot for him as well. Who else? The Broncos, that'd be a cool spot for him too. There's a lot of teams that he could definitely go on to like that. I doubt they trade within the division, of course, but it'd be a lot of different teams, of course, that he can possibly just go on and make them a contender. Maybe the Chargers. Chargers bring him in. I don't know. It'd be a team that bring him in that's kind of like a playoff type team, and they might say, I'll bring my team from playoff level to a bigger level. What if the Houston Texans say, I know they got 2 pass rushers. They got Danielle Hunter, and they got, of course, Will Anderson. What do they say? Let's trade Danielle Hunter and something else to get Michael Parsons there. Michael Parsons, Will Anderson, a young duo for a long time. He'd be still across. He'll only be Dallas. I live in Dallas right now. I think Dallas to Houston is like 4 hours, something like that, depending on what part of Dallas you're at. But that happens, you never know. You never know what could happen. We've seen crazy things happen before in the NFL. So we'll see if he decides to, get traded or ask for a trade formally. We haven't asked for one yet, but it's a lot of trading landing spots for him if he did ask for a trade. We also see Trey Henderson, of course, situation. We know Shamar Stewart got his contract, like I mentioned last week. He got his deal done finally. Trey Henderson, I think the Bengals said that they went as far as they can go. So the Bengals said, I think this is as far as they can go in money they're trying to give him. So they said they basically is going to let him play out this year unless they trade him before the year is over to get compensation. I hope they do anything stupid where they sometimes you see teams where they'll do stuff, they try to force the player to stay there, start doing franchise tags. I know exclusive tags they have where you can match it. It'd be an exclusive tag where a player get tagged and somebody else can match the money like that, they sign like that. But I don't know if he can get franchise tag. I don't know if he had already been franchise tag already, but I think he could get franchise tag. But I don't think the Bengals, you never know the Bengals. They did that before. You never know if they'll do that again like that. So we'll see. They paid T. Higgins his money, but it took a long time for them to get that done. Jamar Chase, it took them a while to get that money done too. They paid Joe Burrow too. Initially, at first he was like, well, y'all gonna pay him? Y'all gonna pay him? And they paid him like that too. So Trey Henderson, I guess the one person that didn't get the money, even though he put up 17 plus sacks the past 2 seasons. But I guess they didn't want to pay him. So we'll see if he lands somewhere. If I was the Bengals, I'd try to trade him away like that to make sure to get something back at least. So we'll see if he gets traded away or what happens fully. You might not get a lot as much as you get if you had a full contract, because the team still got to pay him big time money and also give you compensation for him. So we'll see what goes on. But there's been a lot of different things happen like that, a lot of different scenarios and stuff. I mentioned, of course, there's a lot of free agent names still out there, of course, looking to potentially sign. I don't know, some of these veterans is waiting till training camp is over so they can skip past training camp and then just sign with a team or something. But I don't know exactly what's going on with some of the guys. But I think they probably find some teams like Mark Cooper. I keep seeing rumors that he's going this place, that place, but he's still free agent. And Mark Cooper's still free agent. I believe Keenan Allen's still free agent. Justin Simmons, a lot of different guys, of course, some top names of free agents. I know the Dolphins lost 2 of their star cornerbacks, so they possibly could in the business and the market for a cornerback like that, bring some guys in, maybe from free agency or maybe guys in from somewhere else. So we'll see what kind of goes on. Yesterday, of course, the Chargers played against the Lions. The Chargers won 34-7 against the Lions. The Lions' backup quarterback play wasn't the best, but the Chargers looked pretty good out there. I didn't know. I know they had Trey Lance on their team. I forgot he was a Cowboy. He was a 49er. He was a Cowboy, and then he was now a Charger. He's only 25 years old too, which is crazy. He's 6'5", has a strong arm, has speed and stuff, but it just didn't develop right, develop correctly. The 49ers tried to develop him a little bit, but it just didn't work out too well there. Even though they had all those weapons around him, just didn't work out. He got injured too. It kind of messed him up a little bit. And when Brock Purdy took over, it kind of just like, oh, we ain't got to go back to Trey Lance, really. So we'll see if he finds his home somewhere. And that will be in LA, of course, because he got Justin Herbert. But, you get an opportunity to play and showcase your skills. Somebody might look at you and bring you in. One player I'm most excited to see, too, as well, of course, besides my Steelers players, like besides seeing Caleb Johnson and Derek Harmon, of course, in action, of course, and seeing some of our top guys play out there, I'm very much excited to see a rival of ours. Not the whole team, but just one player, Shedeur Sanders. I'm very much excited to see how he plays in preseason and how he looks and stuff as well. I still don't understand the Browns. They just keep disrespecting one of their players. You'd think when you're on somebody's team, it would be like, oh, we're all together, we're all in this together, like High School Musical or something. But I guess not. Every time they take a shot at him, and remember the owner a few days ago saying that Shedeur is not my pick. No one asked you that question. No one asked you, was Shedeur Sanders your pick? He just said that the Blue just basically keep breaking them and just keep trying to destroy his confidence, just destroy everything. I don't know why. I hope, like I mentioned before, for Shedeur Sanders' sake, I hope he go out there and perform well. I hope one day this season, on one of the weeks this season, he go out there and become a starter, and he like win some games. He like go like 4-0, 4-1, right at range, win some games for the Browns. And the Browns still missed the playoffs, but he had a bright showing, of course, and have some good stats. And then he get traded somewhere else. Like that, he asked for a trade and gets traded somewhere else like that, and then play good, and the Browns are left with nothing, of course. That'd be the best case scenario like that, because it's always funny seeing the Browns get jacked up, the bottom feeders of the league. But I don't understand the Browns in general, like everything they did when they drafting 2 quarterbacks like that, and taking Dylan Gabriel so high up, of course, when you could have waited to the 6th, 7th round to get him if you wanted him that bad like that. So we're gonna see how things go, how things shape out with that situation. But this is all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe for more content. Also, also too, Coach Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers, I seen that report too about their relationship. He's saying they're like a bromance a little bit in a sense. A lot of people keep kind of comparing it to Robert Saleh and something happened with Mike McCarthy and stuff as well. But Mike McCarthy and Rodgers are still cool. And then of course Robert Saleh, he kind of ran things differently. Pittsburgh don't do things like that. No player runs anything. You look at Antonio Brown, he got shipped off. You look at all the different guys, Claypool. You look at Le'Veon Bell, the different individuals who came, who was very talented, but got shipped off eventually because no player runs the organization like that. So the Steelers always been a structured organization, of course, and keeping everything confined and stuff. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to take over or anything where like the Steelers start losing, he started disrespecting like Coach Tomlin, because he'll be out of there. He'll be out of there fast. So we'll see how things kind of shape out and go with that. I'm hoping the Steelers have a good season, not only because I'm a Steelers fan, but because everything they kind of built too, like that. We're seeing like heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak, and then now we all just like now got used to saying, oh, we'll win up against the playoffs, but we're just gonna be done in the first round. I want that to be the legacy of the Steelers. Like I want the Steelers to get back to winning. I know they haven't won. They haven't been to the AFC Championship game since 2016-17 when they played against the Patriots after they beat the Chiefs. I think I was like what, 15, 16 years old, and the last time they went to the Super Bowl was here in Dallas, actually Super Bowl 45. And I was like 11 years old. That's when they played the Packers. So yeah, it's been a long time since the Steelers been to the Super Bowl. The last time they won a Super Bowl, I was like 8 years old. You know, and they played the Cardinals. I believe I still had that case over there. Let me see. Remember Madden 10 when they played the Steelers and Cardinals. They had the Palomalo and Larry Fitzgerald on the case and stuff as well for homage to that game and stuff like homage to that Super Bowl game. So that's the last time the Steelers been to Super Bowl and last time they won a Super Bowl. So it's been a little while like that. It's time. I think it's our time to kind of get back on board and being champions. It's still crazy, even though we haven't won a Super Bowl in a while like that, a very long time. We still have the most Super Bowls in the NFL. Of course, the Patriots tied with us, but we still have the most, of course. So let's try to be the first team to get to. We're the first team to get to 6. Let's try to be the first team to get to 7. So if we can do that, that'd be great. That's all I have for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.